that they're changing my voice. Now, this video is about the difference between sparring and putting on a mere demonstration. We all know that we live in a very LGBT planet, okay? No offense to the LGBT people. Some of them are quite diplomatic, quite friendly, what have you. Now, when we look at the different depictions of martial arts historically, we see Van Damme, for example, when he was 16, he took ballet. When I was 16, I was a very tough guy, very serious guy, okay? Taken very serious, applying the martial art ideas that I was exposed to in a very serious manner. Other people were more kind of happy-go-lucky. And American spirit is more like this right here. And some people think that's fine. Some people don't like it. Notice that this false image of Christ is very similar to that fairy. Okay. Okay. Now, why is that? Now, first of all, it is because of the cruel intentions of various people, right? The Lord weighs the motives, right? Cruel intentions. When we look at these people, right, you think this female would date me, even if she wasn't famous. Okay, I know she's acting, but to some degree, that's a part of her. That the way they achieve that way about them has to do with getting in touch with a part of themselves that we all know is a part of the Hollywood actors. But if you don't believe me, that's fine. Just look at the movie cover. It says Cruel Intentions. We know there's people out there like that. This guy kind of looks like Anakin Skywalker a little bit. There's a reason for that. We see Johnny Cage. He's arrogant, right? He's too busy caring about himself to care about people suffering as a character, right? And that is the same. He may as well look like this, okay? When he's not looking like this, he's looking like this, and vice versa. It's very common, that smirk, that indifference. That guy's not a martial artist because he doesn't have the sincerity and the heart and the character to be a martial artist. Now, if someone's pretending to be something they aren't, okay, it's not good. Okay, you say, why exactly? Are you an undercover police officer? Are you somebody hanging out with gang members trying to get them to do the right thing before it's too late? What is your exact motive? Okay? You see here with this guy's tattoo, he has a Baphomet tattoo, and it's kind of fairy-like, right? Gender neutral, breast, it's called a gender neutral or an androgynous Baphomet, a gender neutral Baphomet. Goat head, Satan symbol, right? And notice it's nearly identical to one of the most common versions of the false image of Christ. Okay, there's variations of this. Okay. And of course, you see with this smirk, for those who don't be, here's a demon, right? The devil on the tarot card is often depicted as Pan and Bess and so on and so forth. And there you have that kind of delusional smirk on the face, something that they're using technology and fumes to try to make it so I look like something like this. They're trying to make it so I look like this in my videos. I have some weird look on my face. Okay. And that's what they do, right? They're deceivers, illusions, right? They deal in illusion, trickery. Illusion. Okay, position is poisonous scramble. Fume, F-U me, right? They do things like that. Okay, is the black man in charge of the whole system and doing that to the white man, or vice versa? Is the devil a horny devil? Are there people, corporations talking about sexual power? Is there a reason why this is depicted as chasing this female and she's depicted as a devil too? You think she's better off playing the game and getting caught by a devil who's for generations set the game up for them to be imprisoned by it and end up dating them? Or is she better off submitting to the top martial artist ever possible? So now, let's get to the heart of this matter, shall we? Again, with the pictures I showed you toward the beginning. The fist of the North Star, is the fist of God? No. Is it the fist of the Son on behalf of God in the Bible, in Malachi and Psalm 19? No. Did the Lord train his hands for battle? No. Does he have a divine look to him, or is he depicted in like a badass, like a biker gang or a prison gang member or some kind of look like that? Okay, some angry military guy who beats his wife. That's how it's depicted, right? Here we see Hades, looking very similar to the Fist of the North Star. For those of you who play Street Fighter 2, to Ryu. For those of you who've seen the Spartacus series, Spartacus and the Spartacus series. This is, Superman. They like that image a lot. But there's a lot of images, not just him, but that is a very definitive depiction of Satan. Because Zeus, whose alter ego is said to be Hades. A lot of people don't know that Hades is Zeus's alter ego. Okay, is the main deity of Greco-Roman mythology, right? You see right here, it says Olympian, right? The Olympics, okay? And we see Hades is depicted in the same way that's similar to Superman. And we see this kind of Addams Family looking female here, and we see this kind of, oh, daddy's little girl over there, okay? Persephone, what have you. Now, why is that? Why is he called the Lord of the Dead? And why is Zeus actually the Lord of the Dead? Can you be God and the Lord of the Dead at the same time in terms of what they're getting at? No. What they're getting at is that they worship the devil. And the devil's alter ego pretends to be a god of justice. Again, the devil parades like a god of justice. Like Zeus changes form and rapes people. And the devil is a horny devil that likes to rape people, obviously, because rape is evil, right? And here we see Tekken. This person grappling this person, red, the color of the devil, and they're tackling a female character in a position that is so similar to rape that the person who made this video calls it rape. That was 14 years ago. Called it a Tekken sex or Tekken rape scene. Now, do you think I want to be depicted in a way that's similar to these guys? Think I want this look on my face? You think I want this look on my face? No, because those are Satan's looks, right? The pretender looks nearly identical to the false image of Christ. And that's not a coincidence. You've been following this video to any degree, even 70% follow me, 60, 50%. You'll know beyond any doubt that the idea that this guy's propounding is evil. The series about some guy who works for the deep state, or he was groomed by the deep state. He comes out under mind control and he goes and does what he's trying to do. Okay, it's to give the Satanists a PR lift to make him a false hero, which is what Superman is, which is what the Fist of the North Star is. These are false idols, false ideas. They dull your mind. An idol, okay, an idol is a play on words for I lead. The IDOL becomes IDEL. And ideal, and these switch the letters around, it gets I lead. Interchangeable vowels. Vowel to L. L meaning Lord of Canaanite deity. And L also means that Canaanite deity. But it also means Lord universally, if I'm not mistaken here. And Bel, B-L, goes back to people who look more like this. That's more like what L looks like. And Baal, who's the son of El, his Greek equivalent is Zeus, whose alter ego is Hades. Okay, so Hades is part of the characteristics of Zeus. And he kidnaps Persephone, and Zeus is raping this and that, and raping Ganymede, and so on and so forth. And there's the rape of Europa, right, where we get the word Europe, and on and on and on. So Europe itself was forged by rape according to Greek mythology, and the Greeks morphed into the Romans, and they took over Europe. So what do you think has happened here? No offense to anybody, this is not racist. These are the facts. So when we look at fairy arts, naked Greco-Roman wrestling, that's not for me. We look at grappling, that's not for me. MMA fighting, not for me. Spar, mental spar, mind, body, soul, and spirit. The falcon. These are actually falcon wings that I added to my picture. Okay, so we're pretty clear on that right now, right? Now this is where it gets a little tricky. A lot of people don't like to admit this thing. If somebody said that they had a cat that was naturally faster than a leopard, would you believe them? Excuse me, not a leopard, a cheetah. Would you believe them? No. Right? That's ridiculous, right? No way, no way, no way. What about a lion or a lynx? No and no. Any cat other than a cheetah. You say the fastest cat ever has to be a cheetah. The top martial artist ever has to be a Royal African Falcon martial artist, not just because of character, not just the difference between a serious masculine falcon martial artist and being a fairy. Going, no, you have little butterfly wings like Psyche, who's symbolized by the butterfly, who's a deity who's raped by the various Greco-Roman cults and mythology, and she goes around and quote-unquote repairs their temple and makes them whole, and that has sexual implications, especially when Pan is one of the people who's misleading her, and also Eros, who's the demon Asmodeus, is one of his main equivalents. And Asmodeus is a demon of lust. Eros is where we get the word erotic desire, and the Greeks are said that it means love. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here that goes to martial. Martial means is marital scrambled. The bridegroom Christ, that's me, the top martial artist ever. We connect Psalm 18 and Psalm 19. I've connected these scriptures many times. It points to me as God's son, the top martial artist in Christ. And I do not wish to be seen as strong and slow and so on and so forth. Okay, I weigh like 190 pounds. They try to make it seem like I weigh all kinds of, weight, but I don't. And I have the best striking body in human history, the top martial arts body ever, and they edited my pictures. And it goes back to the word imposter. They are the imposters, and the word imposters and play on words for I'm poster, referring to them, not me. And also I am mean magic, like Ronald McDonald making the M. I magic poster, right? Because they're using it's the game which is made scrambled to trick you. And again, it is not the top martial artist ever who's a black man, part white. It is from an black African patriarchal line. It is the European governing class. and their heritage and culture that made the language.